what the heck is self-development? How could this help you to grow your business, to make more freaking money? And what exactly is? I'm gonna break it down in a very pragmatic way so that it doesn't seem like some hoorah thing that you have to read 100,000 books or go walking in fire and chanting in a forest to actually accomplish. My name is Raul Lufe, and I help people start and scale that real estate investing business, whether it's getting that first off-market deal or many off-market deals, all from home. Now, I'm gonna take you into my screen because I took a lot of notes about this subject. I'm very passionate about self-development, and although I did say, chanting in a forest and walking through fire, I've done all these things, okay, with Tony Robbins, and I've gone to a lot of self-development events to learn about the business and learn what it can do for me and for my business. So I'm gonna break it down into some of the things I've learned. I'm not preaching to be some guru or anything. I don't host seminars or everything. But I do like to take these complex or these large ideas, break them down into actionable steps, like a 1, 2, 3 method, so you can actually apply it to your life and understand what the heck any of this freaking means. All right. So I'm gonna take you to my screen here. As you can see, there's like a little chart, and here's some articles that help me really break it down. Self-development for a sales and marketing perspective, okay? So I come from the real estate background, mainly real estate wholesaling, which is finding off-market properties, finding sellers who are looking to sell their house cash and making them offers and selling to investors. So it's a sales and marketing business, and we happen to find the best real estate properties in the nation. So at the cheapest price. You can check that out at capitalriseinvestments.com if it interests you. Anyway, so let's start with what is the ultimate goal of self-development? And I broke this down into one thing, and it's self-confidence. So the reason that people seek self-development, or you seek or I seek self-development, is we want to get an edge. We want to figure out ourselves even more. We want to be high performers or be at peak performance or feel like we're at peak performance. And what that really means, if you break it down and you think about it, is all we really want is to be confident in what we're doing, want to be confident in our goals, confident in our decisions, want to be confident in our surroundings. It's really just about confidence. And so many studies have shown that if you're confident, you're going to be more motivated, relaxed, focused, and you're going to have a lot of positive emotions, right? When you have positive emotions, as you can see in the business world, a lot of things hit the freaking fan, okay? Nothing goes as planned all the time. So if you have negative emotions because you lack confidence, it's going to make your journey a lot more challenging, okay? So the reason that seeking self-development is so important is the ultimate goal is to seek self-confidence from understanding yourself, understanding how you work, understanding how you think, understanding what makes you tick, understanding what's bad for you. And it's different for every person, okay? There's some key principles that are for everybody. However, self-development is for yourself, okay? There's different people, and people react to different things. Okay, so how can self-development get you there, which is get you to the path of success? And business success is what this video is mainly focused on. So before we get into that, I'm going to talk about what is self-development. And in very simple terms, it's a journey about learning yourself, learning how you learning how to perform your best. It's just a journey. It's a practice. It's something that takes time. It's not like you read a book, and then, you've self-developed and you've hit the jackpot and now you are peak performance as of today. No, that's not how it works. It's something that takes a little bit of time. And the challenge I've seen with people that haven't gone through the self-development journey, the reason that they don't even start is because they think it's all a sales pitch. They think it's all something that they don't need, or they think it's all something that's like some mystical creature type of thing. And I think a lot of these big trainers and these big coaches are at fault because they don't break it down in simple steps of what exactly is self-development and what's the exact goal, okay? So here's my interpretation of it. I broke it down into 7 steps. So the first step is self-awareness, okay? And I did another video, I'll link it here, that I just go into talking about self-awareness, breaking it down, what it is, what it isn't. So I'm not going to go so into it right now because I have a 15-minute video about that. But really, self-awareness for business or for success, it's just really knowing your principles and your values, knowing what you like, what you can accept, and what you don't accept. And that is step one, really, really knowing. And I said it in that video that Warren Buffett has a quote that says, hey, someone asked him, hey, who do you think will be the richest kid amongst these elementary school kids? He said the kid with the most self-awareness. Therefore, if you want to be rich, being self-aware about what makes you tick, all these types of things, how you learn, that will really help you. That leads me to, how do you best learn? Okay, there's a really good book by Peter Drucker called Managing Oneself. It's a little tiny little book. I think it's like 70 or 80 pages. And it's really, really good because before you can start your own business, grow your business, before you can really aim to accept the success that you really want or you really desire, you have to know yourself and you have to believe in yourself and know exactly how you're gonna get there. And something that people miss out on is they don't know how they learn. They're not clear on how they learn. And let me ask you a question. Can you achieve what you want to achieve without learning anything? Can you become a basketball star without learning how to dribble? Can you become a real estate investor without learning how to talk to sellers and make offers? The answer is no. Eventually, you're going to have to learn. It's not just like a God-given thing that you're born with. So learning is really important. And if you've seen some of my videos, I break real estate down into two things. It's learning and execution. Once you learn something of value, stop learning, execute it, then learn some more. Okay. Now, how do you best learn? Is it reading? Is it listening? Is it being coached? Is it coaching others? Is it talking out loud? Is it being in the field? Is it in a classroom? So there's a lot of different ways that you can learn. But once you know this, and depending on how old you are watching this video, depending on how much learning or schooling or business you've done, you probably have a pretty good idea looking at this and being like, okay, actually reading is really good for me. For me particularly, I like being coached and I like coaching others. Talking out loud is pretty good, which is a reason I do these videos, okay? Selfish plug. So now that I know that, when I need to learn a new skill, now that we're growing our business to 7 figures every month, I have to learn about recruiting and I have to learn about really operating different types of the business. And I do this because it's a little stressful because I don't know it. But now that I have to learn, I know what makes me learn best. So that's part of being self-aware, but it's also part of your development, okay? You can't develop yourself if you don't know what's the best way you learn to develop yourself, okay? I know that being coach is my number one. So if I need to learn leadership, I will get a leadership coach, or I will hang around people that are leaders and have them give me advice, okay? Number 3 is identity. And I also did a video about this, so I'm not gonna go into great detail. You can find it on the channel. But the identity portion is taking the time and understanding who you are, why you do things, who you are, and also who you want to be. What you like, what you don't like, what you find funny, where do you like to spend your time, what do you like to do in your free time, what are the things you like about work, what are the things you don't like, why do you like people, what qualities in people do you like? A lot of these types of questions is who you are, your identity. And I'd encourage you to write this down on a Google document, on a Microsoft Word document, or on a paper or notepad that you'll keep with you and read over it every once in a while. And who do you want to be? Do you want to be a speaker? Do you want to be a huge entrepreneur? Do you want to be a rich person in silence, right? These people that have millions of dollars and nobody knows them. Do you want to be an author? Do you want to be a coach, a mentor, right? There's so many different things. Do you want to just be a salesperson? Do you want to be a marketer? Do you want to be how do you want to be remembered, right? These are all identity things that you need to write down. It's not just a thought, like write it down and get clear on it. That's part of the journey. So after you've done that, what do you like to do? And this is basically all around talents, okay? Peter Drucker in the Managing Oneself book talks about you will get the maximum out of your success, or you'll get the maximum outcome if you do more of what you're good at, or more of what you like to do, and less of what you don't like to do, and less of what you're not good at. Therefore, if you're really good at talking to people or sales, then you will get more benefit in doing more and more sales, or training people to do more and more sales for you, than going and learning marketing. Okay, although learning marketing is an important part of your business, you could learn some core pieces of it, but the book says you will get more value out of talking to more people, and you'll make more money doing that. Okay, so whatever your strengths are, grow on that and attack it. Instead of going off and trying to figure out another different thing, attack your strengths, hire out people, or get with people, or partner with people that do the other stuff. Okay, so what do you like to do? What do you feel your talents? If you had to perform in a talent show tomorrow, what the heck would you do on stage? I guess that's a loaded question, but you understand what I mean. Quality of life. So we do a lot of this stuff, right? We do self-development, we work out, we eat well, we drink a lot of water. We do all this to live a certain quality of life, right? We make money, we make investments. And part of this self-development journey is, where are you now, and where do you want to be, and what's the difference? What's the gap, right? So what quality of life are you living now? How can you practice living the quality that you want to daily? And some examples are exercise, work, reading, hanging out with people, with good people. So the reason I put this in there is the self-development journey is a long one. It never really ends. But the goal is self-confidence. But typically you have a lot more confidence when you're doing and you're living the way you want to be living. Right? I'm sure you have a friend, or maybe it's you, or a family member that they're just happy with life and they're good, right? Like they've accomplished things that they want to accomplish. Maybe it's someone that's a teacher and they're the best teacher in the school, and they live in a good neighborhood, and they're married and they're just happy. They got kids. Maybe it's someone who's made $10 million and has a business and is just happy doing that. Or maybe they're unhappy. But you really have to think and practice the quality of life that you want to be living. Practice it, okay? And the little asterisk to that and the caveat is, if you want to be very rich, you want to make a lot of money. When I say practicing the quality of life you want to live, that does not mean go out and buy a Bentley, go out and buy a Ferrari, go, eat at the most expensive restaurants you can't afford. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. But you can do networking events, pay for networking events with high quality people, because you'll make money out of that. Maybe go to gyms where people go to, right? Do things that don't cost you more money to practice in the quality of life you want to be. And newsflash, by the way, not always do expensive places or nice restaurants have the best quality of people, or the quality of people you think. There's a really good book called Stop Acting Rich that I've just read, and it really talks about how the millionaire or the decamillionaires, a lot of them don't spend money on the things you think they would. Okay, so if that interests you, please read that. Number 6, gain competency. So to gain confidence, you need to gain competency, right? If you've never been to the gym before to work out, and you're not going to be very confident walking in there for your first workout session ever, right? You don't know what to do with the weights. You don't know, how to lift it. You don't know how to position your body, what to do with your legs, what to do with your hands, okay? So, but if you gain competence by either asking people, watching YouTube videos, learning, just going to the gym and watching, going with a trainer, if you do that, now you're a lot more confident walking into the gym. You're like, oh, I've seen this on YouTube a million times. Oh, my guy told me, my trainer or my coach or my friend told me exactly what to do. Okay, I lay down like this, grab the bar here, put it here, extend here, etc. So gain competency. That'll allow you to gain confidence. If you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. So plan and prep as much as you can. The last thing is practice daily, okay? Like I mentioned, self-development is a practice, okay? If you don't practice daily, the self-development, whatever it means to you, okay? If you look at these and answer these questions, right, about how do you best learn, identity, what do you like to do, these types of things, it's different for everybody. But if you don't practice getting these things closer to where you want to be, well, there's not much anyone can do for you, okay? The beautiful thing is that it's free. It's free to practice this. It's on you. It's simple. It could be as simple as writing something. It could be as simple as just glancing at it or reading something. It could be as simple as walking somewhere, talking to someone. These things are free, okay? You don't have to buy some fancy thing. It's free. Another thing is, don't beat yourself up if you miss a day or two. If you miss a day or two of like reading or writing or going to the gym or whatever, don't beat yourself up, okay? The goal is that you miss less and less days over time. I think I got that from Tony Robbins, Awaken the Giant Within. He talks about that. And when I had a health coach, when I was trying to get a little bit more fit and eat better, I would beat myself up when one day I'd go over my calories. He's like, hey, listen, it's not about going over your calories. That's fine. The thing is that you do it less and less and less over time. So before, when I started, I would go over my calories like 5 days a week out of 7. Then I would go over my calories 3 days a week out of 7. Now I probably go over my calories 2 days a week out of 7. And that's fine. Maybe some days I'm good, I'm perfect. Maybe some days I'm not. But now I'm messing up a lot less. That's the key. It's not a black or white mentality, all or nothing. The goal is to progress over perfection. Okay. So this is, or was, our pragmatic approach to self-development, how to use it in your business, what questions to ask yourself, to write down. This should take you a couple hours, maybe an hour or two, to like really sit there, think about it, and write the questions. Put it somewhere that you can keep it, and so you can learn from it, read it over and over. Here's a little chart that's pretty cool that explains this stuff. Here are a couple articles. Thank you guys for watching. If you found this video helpful, if you think it'll be helpful for a friend or a family member or a colleague or an employee or an employer, please share this video. That would really, really help me. If you like this, like it, comment, subscribe. That'll help the algorithm to get us the max exposure and help us make more really cool videos for you. If you want to see anything specific about real estate, about mindset, about self-development or anything, please comment it below. I look at the comments and I will deliver. Thank you guys. I will see you on the next video. Peace.